You know what these houses did not have that were built 100 years ago in cities in America? You know what they did not have, Commissioner? Locks. Locks.
It's been difficult in debate last week and even today to be told that we have no courage, that Democrats, we were told in debate last week, don't want to hear any more about social media, violent video games, Hollywood, mental illness, and they sure don't want to hear any more about prayers. They're disgusted hearing about prayers, don't want to hear any more about fatherlessness, drug use. Look, maybe if we heard more prayers from leaders of this country instead of taking God's name in vain, we wouldn't have the mass killings like we didn't have before prayer was eliminated from school.
Instead of addressing the societal issues that have been caused by decades of progressive left-wing policies that have assaulted the American family and American society, they want to ban guns.
Tyrants disarm the people they intend to oppress. Those are the facts. Jewish people in Germany were prohibited from owning arms. 13 million Jews were exterminated by the Nazis. The Soviets instituted gun control and millions were killed. 20 million dissidents were rounded up and exterminated. Mao disarmed the Chinese people. 20 million dissidents were exterminated.
But this is particularly an aggrieved time to bring this legislation forward because we heard the Speaker of the House recently say that members of the Republican Party were members of a cult. So you now have House Democrats demeaning, defaming, calling extremists tens of millions of Americans while they try to disarm you and then subsequently defund the police. And so no good guys are coming when the woke mob ends up at your door. That's their plan for America, and gun control, unrestrained gun control, is a key part of it. And just like they said, they'll pack the court, they'll blow up the filibuster, they'll abuse every more of this place for the opportunity to take down the Second Amendment.
The one thing that we could do immediately to protect our kids is the one thing that the Democrats refuse even to consider. We think nothing of it when we see an armed guard at a bank. Well, they're there for one purpose, to stop anyone who's trying to steal our money. And yet, when we suggest that we should use the same force and resolve to stop someone from killing our children, the left goes berserk.
I will not support legislation taking away the Second Amendment rights of my constituents. We must focus on root causes of violent crimes and many cultural issues plaguing our society. As a nation, we face a severe mental health crisis, fatherless homes, breakdown of families, glorification of violence that permeates our culture at every level, even to the devaluation of 63 million innocent babies' lives taken.
You said in your statement that you would confiscate those weapons if an American was determined to be, your quote, a threat to themselves or others. According to that law, determined to be is defined by an anonymous tip that an American citizen is a threat to themselves or others. You're a police commissioner, a thin blue line brother, sworn to uphold the Constitution, and you're saying you'd seize those weapons. I see that as a problem. I'm going to bring us back in time to World War II.
If we really want to be serious about protecting our kids here in America, we'll repeal the Gun-Free School Zones Act, and we will put into action real legislation that protects children everywhere, all over America in school, with good guys with guns, the same way we're being protected.